up, everybody? What up, everybody? Let's talk about it. It's April Dawn. What up, everybody? It's April Dawn. What up, everybody? It's April Dawn. Let's talk about it. What up, everybody? It's April Dawn. Let's talk about it. This is the Other Black Girl, episode 7, 8, and 9. Guess who's back in the building? And now he talking, y'all. He gonna have something to add to review pretty soon, I'm sure. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, y'all. This series did not really bring it like I thought they was gonna bring it towards the end. They kind of like moved really slowly at the beginning for us to get a lot packed into these last 3 episodes. So I'm not really, 100% happy about the way it turned out. But it turned out the way it turned out. And we're going to finish this up today. So let's go ahead and talk about it. Episode 7 of The Other Black Girl starts off as Hazel is getting ready for the day. So she gets up, she makes breakfast, get herself together, and then she goes upstairs to bring breakfast to Shiny, who she still has locked up in her house. Then we see Nelia arriving at work. So Sophie comes up to Nelia and she tells her that she's glad, about her leading the morning meeting. And she also says that everybody in the office is talking what happened yesterday with Hazel, okay? She also sees Hazel heading into the conference room and she go to speak to Hazel, but she kind of ignores her after they speak each other. Hazel like goes to... You know what I mean? But she doesn't go back. She kind of ignores her because she getting ready for the meet. Nelia, dazzles, razzles, and dazzles everybody in the meeting. Everybody happy with her. And she also suggests partner with a local charity group, okay? Young, Black, and Lit. This is the group that Hazel supposedly started, right, y'all? Hazel doesn't look too happy about this. When she mentions it, she don't look like she really happy about what's going on, okay? And Nelia let everybody know that this is Hazel's organization. We just want to make sure that you guys know that this is Hazel's organization, all right? So when they get to be alone together, Hazel invites Nelia to this hair party they having the next weekend. And so when she tells Malika about this, Malika insists on going with her, and she tells Owens, to be on point, to stay on point and be alert, okay? She gonna text him in case anything happens, because remember I told you they like little detectives now. We jump to the party, and Nelia and Malika arrive at the party, and Hazel introduces Camille and Ebony and Kiara. The girls are really, really nice to them, like overly nice, like strangely nice to them, okay? But the lights flicker again in a weird flicker, and they say they all know about Nelia, and they're just jealous of how close they are. And another girl comes to the party, and this girl happens to be Malika's ex-girlfriend. Now Malika starts tripping, you know what I mean? She tripping. But then Malika starts talking to her. The girl is nice to her, and she like, what the hell is going on? So Malika kind of convinces Nelia that they need to snoop around and figure out what's going on. Oh, they snooping around the house looking for stuff, and once again Nelia hears something behind the door, but Hazel gets to her before she can open the door. So Malika and Ruby talk privately, and Malika kind of freaks out. She's trying to, like, what's happened to the girl that you used to be? Like, what happened to you? You're not the same person. Like, girl, you was crazy. Like, what happened? She says it's all thanks to Hazel. This is Ruby now in therapy, and she's a new person. She's changing her path. I'm like, girl, something ain't right. Something ain't right. I'm with Malika. Something ain't sitting right in my spirit about these hoes, okay? And the girls, at the meantime, they're being really nice to Nelia. Oh, my God, I love your hair. You look beautiful. You this, that. Just to the point where it's like, girl, why y'all being so... Is this a setup? Y'all finna jump me? What the fuck? What's going on? Because why you being so nice, okay? But they tell her once again that she needs to take a win. Once again, this whole thing's up about just take the win. And, being glad that they have another sister that's a part of their sisterhood. Okay, it's a sorority that you ain't even know you wanted to be in, okay? Okay, so Hazel tells Nelia that she's not really a part of their group, until she let her do her hair, let her grease her scalp. We have a connection with greasing scalps in the Black community that other communities may not have. Behind my back. Thank you, boo. Thank you. Thank you. Give me 5. Yay. Thank you, boo. Nelia is basically saying, like, ain't nobody never touched my hair but Malika and my mama. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel Nelia on that one, because the only person who do my hair is me, my mama, and my best friend, Deidre. I've never had another hairstylist. I think I might have got my hair washed. I had a weave, and I got it washed and, like, tightened up by another person one time since I've been in Houston for almost 20 years, but there's nobody that's touched my head other than Deidre Jordan, period. This is weird to me. Why are we sitting around greasing each other's scalp? Ain't nobody need their hair done. Like, what is the point, girl? I'm not finna let you touch my head, girl. I'm not finna do that. I very much gave, hoodies, and what was that movie where everybody had the hoodies? on, and you know, they go in the room, in the cloaked room, and they do, you know what I mean? It very much gave ritualistic, but you know, African American. Greasing your scalp, okay? To give you them demons, girl. They're finna put them demons up in you, sis. Meantime, Ruby is working on Malika, and she tells her there's nothing wrong with Hazel. You know, she's just a real person, and she really cares. And she tells Malika how Hazel took her to a party and shared her clothes and makeup so she can look how she wanted to look. Now, Malika is drawing her own conclusions like, damn, you told my friend the same thing. You told her she can look how she wanted to look, or she can be who everybody wanted her to be in that moment, right? So as Hazel massages Nelia's hair, I'm sorry, she has a memory of her mother doing the same thing, okay? Meanwhile, Malika is in the bathroom. She calling Owen because she like, what the fuck is going on? Mayday, ho. Something suspicious is happening at this damn party. I don't know what's going on, but you ain't answer your damn phone. He ain't answering the phone. She's going crazy. And, you know, we going through this whole slow motion scene of her combing through her hair and, you know, parting her hair and getting ready to apply this grease to her scalp. And Malika interrupts them and says that they need to go to the bathroom. And the girls seem to get defensive when Malika interrupts the hairdo. Like everything, you know what I mean? Like they get mad because you done interrupted the ritualistic ceremony. You trying to put them demons in that hair grease, okay? Up in my friend. Once they get in the bathroom, Malika is like, bitch, what is going on? These hoes are weird. Something ain't right, okay? They act like we in a damn cult or something weird. Nelia says that she started making excuses for these hoes, and she might not understand because, you know, she works for a black boss and she gets to be herself all day long. Malika reminds Nelia that she knows her the best, okay? She says, girl, I know you better than all these hoes. Basically, a fancy job and nice clothes, girl, do not change that, okay? Like, I want you to know that I know you, sis. So Malika asks her to look around with her, and if she don't find nothing, then Malika says she's gonna drop the issue. Malika goes downstairs and tries to distract the girls by, like, she, you know, like she not uncomfortable. She seem uncomfortable, and she asks Camille and Ruby to get chips from the hall. So Nelia snoops around the house and she finds a hidden envelope with before and after photos of the women downstairs, okay? There is one with her before, but not one her with one after, girl. So all these hoes is in the damn code. See, at that moment, I would have packed my stuff and I would have walked out the door because you hoes ain't finna get me in this secret devil sorority, bitch. Y'all not finna get me in no goddamn devil sorority. I'm getting the hell up out of here, okay? Leah obviously freaks out about this. She runs down the stairs and she tells Malika that they need to leave. She got a horrible call and, you know, she makes up an excuse. And they needed to go, right? So ladies, though, they stop her and they intervene her with Hazel. And they say they take their community very seriously and they want to help. She brings them upstairs and she shows them these beautiful swag bags, you know, that they get. Swag bag, if you don't know what a swag bag is, it's like when you go to an event or something like that, they'll give you a bag that has things in it, you know. If you go to really nice events, they'll give you nice things like full-size bottles of liquor and designer clothes and all types of stuff that come in different types of swag bags, okay? Owen rushes over after he hears Malika's message and lets himself in the room just as Nelia and Malika are leaving, right? So Hazel still questions about the emergency. You know, she's kind of like doubting what they had to say about the emergency. And, you know, Nelia comes up with some crazy ass story, girl, about a dog, okay? When they leave, they on the subway and Nelia shows them the photos about the girls, the before and after pictures, and Owen kind of wonders what that means. Owen is still so stupid. I'm like, Owen, come on, baby. Come on, white friend. Wake up, white friend. Wake up, okay? Nelia thinks she's wrong about Hazel. Now, we back at the party, and Hazel seemed like she mad that things didn't go, you know, the way they had planned, and the other girls are apologizing. They say they tried their best, and she tell them all to let it go because they still have something to celebrate. One more girl is joining the group, and Shiny comes in a second later. Child, they done turned Shiny, child. All right, so now we on to episode 8. Like I said, the series is kind of losing a little of the fire for me. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of petering out towards the end or whatever. But, you know, I saw what they was going with it. I thought they made a decent effort. You know what I'm saying? So, the episode 8 of The Other Black Girl starts off with Nelia not being able to sleep, thinking about everything that happened with Hazel, okay? She makes a board on her wall of, like, voluntary and involuntary board with the folders, with the pictures that she took from Hazel house. And when she falls asleep on the couch, Malika, later on, she wakes her up. Owen calls Malika in the morning and he's worried about Nelia. And he says that, or she says that Hazel may be collecting these women for something and they need to figure out, you know what I'm saying, what it is going on, because these women, some of them are volunteering and some of them obviously are not volunteering. Hazel notes that all the past lives of the women that they met that night at the party, all those lives are gone, and their Instagram accounts only show back 1 year, okay? Just like Hazel's account. Now, Owen asks about Shani, and Nelia says she hasn't heard from Shani since they was at the karaoke bar, and Malika wonders how they can reverse stalk someone. So they start by going to all the places she ran into Shani at, but nothing turns out. Malika and Owen want Nelia not to go to work so that she can avoid meeting up with Hazel, right? But Nelia wants to find out Hazel's connection to the other girls. So she wants to go up there anyway. Owen thinks that maybe she has some people that's, you know, highly connected. You know what I'm saying? And Malika thinks their cult probably pays for their PhDs. So Nelia comes across some information. She finds out that Richard Wagner made a donation, making it possible for Ebony to become the youngest associate professor of literature at Columbia, okay? Secondly, Camille works at a subsidiary of Wagner Industries. Nelia thinks Richard uses Hazel to recruit women, to turn them into influential people and farm them out. Now she believes that she is his next target. Richard brings in a reporter to review Nelia, but she's not at work. Tells Hazel to go find her, but Nelia is at home. She's kind of disappointed that she did not see, you know, Richard's motive. You know what I'm saying? So she's ashamed that she put Diana's imprint in danger, basically by using it to build Wagner's reputation, you know, as somebody who's like with diversity and bringing black women and black men and all that kind of stuff. But he's basically getting black women to use to his advantage. You know what I'm saying? He's using diversity to control or make black women docile and, you know what I'm saying, control them. She's basically frustrated because, you know, everything she wanted, she thought she wanted, she don't actually want, right? She remembers that what Jesse had told her about working outside of the system, right? And she working in the damn system, and she gonna say to herself that she's gonna take Richard down. Hazel brings some soup over to Nelia because Nelia called in sick. So Owen tells Nelia that she's sick and, you know, she contagious. She can't see nobody, girl. He can't let her in, girl. Go on somewhere. So Hazel tells her that she hopes she feels better in time for Diana's imprint book party, or her book imprint party, excuse me. She act like she worried that Nelia might miss the party. Now, when they get the soup, they talk about if the soup is poison, and, you know, they put it in the trash. Next, Nelia hooks up with Jesse, and she kind of breaks everything down to him about what's going on with the corporate pods, okay? She don't know how they doing it, and she thinks it might be mind control or something like that. She asks Jesse for help for uncovering everything that's happening and using his platform to go to the public with the information. Jesse, you know, he apologizes to her for being mean and says he's glad she realized it, and Shani watches them from a nearby table. Now, I don't know if that was Shani or was that Hazel. Like, I was a little confused. I thought that was Hazel watching with a wig on from another table, but that might be Shani. I don't know who Shani. You know, maybe I didn't reckon. That wasn't Shani. To me, that was homegirl. Correct me if I'm wrong, y'all. So later on, Nelia wants to go to this party, although we know that Malika and Owen don't want her to do it, but she feel like she need to warn people or warn somebody else if they trying to get to whatever, child. She going out there at a false sense of trying to be a damn superhero, okay? She promised she gonna leave early. She gonna do what she need to do, and then she gonna leave early, okay? So then we get a phone call from Vera. Vera calls her, and Vera apologizes to her, and then she congratulates her on the re-release. Like I said, Vera's character wasn't that bad. You know, to me, she just, she was going old school, and maybe she should have went new school. You know what I'm saying? She kind of give her a few words of wisdom about, you know, going forward in the business and everything they had going on, and a little bit of back information too. You know what I'm saying? Like, clearly, Diana and Richard been getting their swang. They been getting their thing on. Okay, girl, come on. In the meantime, in between time, Malika goes to meet up with Vera and talk to her. Okay, now while that's happening, at the party, Nelia finds Diana in the bathroom, and she tell her about Hazel and Richard and changing black women and turning them into corporate trolls, you know, against their will. She said they trying to do it to her. And Diana says, I believe you, girl. She also thinks they was trying to do it to Kenya, and they may have pushed her over the edge. She just never had nobody to talk to about it. She tells her that she always felt that something was wrong. The moment that Kendra went missing, everything was not, you know, the math wasn't mathing, okay? She says that Kenya tried to tell her about Richard, but she didn't listen to him, and she needed someone else, like I said, to help her see it. She warns her to tell her, go ahead, make it through the night. Don't, you know, make no static tonight or whatever. And make sure that Richard Richard can't tell that something is going on. Malika tries to get some dirt out from Vera, but Vera don't have much information to give. You know what I'm saying? She just gives the limited information that she has. You know what I'm saying? And at the party, Richard attributes Wagner's success to Diana Gordon's book, Burning Heart, introduces the first signee of Ascendant Books imprint, Jesse Watson, bitch. Jesse come out with a fresh edge up, bitch. We were like, what the hell done happened? He done went to the barbershop. He done got a haircut. He done went to the store. He done bought a suit. Baby, he looked it good. I mean, he looked good before, but baby, he looked it good this time. We was saying, what, they done fucked around and greased this nigga's scalp. That's what happened. That hoe ran up on him after they talked. And one thing I know about a man, he ain't gonna turn out no free cooch. They probably chopped it up all night long, got that booty, and she greased at his head, baby, because that is a Love Jones moment, greasing somebody's head, and now he got the cooties, bitch. Neely is surprised by this, obviously, so she listened to him talk about how Wagner is just aligned with his values and all that stuff. He was talking like, no, this don't sound like you at all, right? He thanks Nelia for helping him see the light that Wagner is, you know, the publishing company of the future. After Nelia runs up on him like, nigga, what the hell is going on? I thought we talked about this. And he said he thought about it, excuse me. And he said that he got a haircut. And he thinks that Nelia got Richard all wrong. Nelia don't know if he a deep undercover or he done got his head greased, okay? She don't know what's going on. But he said he joining the Wagner family, honey. He said he changed his mind after hearing Richard's pitch. Wagner could be the place where they make real change, just like Nelia said. And he get to write his own check, girl. Nelia's like, something in the milk ain't clean, because this nigga was just power to the people 5 minutes ago. And now he talking about he done got a hair, he done got one fucking haircut and the edge up. And now he talking about we align with his future, baby. Something ain't right. So Hazel comes up to Nelia, she trying to talk to her, and she telling her get away from her. Richard is calling them on the stage. Nelia is questioning her about like, what's going on? Are you in charge? Who is over this whole thing? And she's telling her, the person who is in charge is standing right in front of you. That's the person in charge. What are you talking about? In the meantime, in between time, Vera tells Malika that Richard had been cheating on his wife for 40 years with Diana. Like I told y'all, they've been getting their thing on, honey, for a long ass time. I mean, that was pretty apparent though. I mean, I don't know if y'all didn't see that. I saw that shit on the second episode, because I'm like, he done came up in there and changed his whole mind. Now, I know she done probably greased his scalp, but she done gave him a little cootie cat too. So basically, when they get called up to the stage, Nelia turns away like she not gonna go on the stage, and Diana blocked her exit, girl. So she makes sure that she turn her ass around and get on that stage, say whatever she need to say. Then that's the second that she realized that Diana is the mastermind behind it all. Okay, Nelia is, baby, she is out done. Okay, so when she get up there and Hazel start calling them sisters and all that, she calls Hazel a lunatic, and she asks them what did they do to Kendra Ray. Now Nelia looks out in the crowd, and obviously everybody in the crowd thinks this bitch is crazy, and they say she said something like they make her look like the crazy one, and she leaves. Now Malika is calling this girl over and over, trying to tell her about what's going on with Diana's involvement. So she can't get in touch with her, so she gets in touch with Owen. He talked to Owen to see if he talked to Nelia. As she walking, a car drive by and hit her ass. I'm like, oh my God, child. Oh my God, a car done hit damn Nelia. I mean, what's her name? Malika. Guess who in the driver's seat? This whole Shiny. Somebody need to whoop Shiny ass, okay? While that's going on, Nelia tried to leave the party, and 2 people attack her and put her in the van, child. What the hell is going on? It took a really long time to get to this point, y'all. Like, ooh, this took a really long time to reveal. The episode, it was a lot in one episode. But I wish, like I said, they had done a better job with pacing for the series, if that makes sense, okay? Episode 9 of The Other Black Girl goes back to 2019. We getting a lot of backstory. At Cooper's review, Hazel is interviewing for the post, for the job. Hazel is interviewing for assistant editor job as Chantal Wilson. The editor-in-chief, Anna Voorhees, is really impressed by Chantal's writing, but, you know, she discredit her because she have a lack of a college degree. Chantal is a full-time caretaker for her mother, who is paralyzed, and she has no time for college between taking care of her mama and going to work. Anna, like I said, who was impressed with her, says that she should apply for an unpaid internship position. Now, when Chantal tells her mother about this job, she tells her that her mom already thinks she got a good job, but she said, you know what, this job gonna have insurance, and it will be enough to hire a caregiver for her mama. So next, then we see Diana celebrates the release of her book, and it's at Harvard. Hazel is in the audience. So she asks a question, and the audience thinks the question is kind of basic, but Diana still answers the question. And, you know, they kind of have a little tete-a-tete back and forth. What's your major and all that kind of stuff. And then Hazel tells her, well, she says she an English major, but the people is rooming around murmuring, girl, like, bitch, we ain't never seen you walking up and down the hallway, girl. English major where? With who? How? When? Where, girl? You know, Hazel play it off, and she leaves. So Diana finds her in the library, and when she finds her in the library, she admits that she's not a student. She tells Diana all about her life, and she asking questions to her like what will make her life easier. She feels stuck. She's her mama caregiver. She feels stuck in that position. And she tells her about the sisterhood and invites her to dinner. So she gives Hazel a copy of her signed novel and insists that she attends the meeting the next day. So Hazel attends the meeting the next day, and she meets 4 other black women who, just like we saw already, were very, very nice to her and gives her a million compliments before Diana even show up. Okay, she welcomes her into the sisterhood, and she asks the ladies what they want and applies something to their temples. She asks what Chantel wants, and Chantel is kind of reluctant, but you know, she says she worked very hard and she deserves freedom and acceptance. And Diana applies the same grease-like product on her temples. Now we fast forward, we in Boston, 2021. So Hazel has dry scalp before Diana arrives and asks her if she is ready for her first assignment. She says she's nervous, but Diana assures her that she will be okay since she finished her 9-month training. Hazel asks Diana if there is any side effects of the grease, and because sometimes she feels like her scalp is on fire and she's starting to lose her memory. This is why these people forget their former lives, because now you're becoming drones, right? You're coming, well, yeah, drones to be controlled. I guess that's a good metaphor. But you know what I'm saying? Like, you're becoming pods, people who are not people. So she asked Diana, why is Diana doing this? And she says she developed the grease for a friend and she tried to help her. She says that she's going to help black people who are disadvantaged since there aren't many reporters or lawyers who look like them. Her new ID is Eva. So the next day, Chantel, who is Eva now, she goes for an interview at Cooper's Review, and the editor-in-chief is impressed with her resume and asks her to start right away. And she meets Shani and befriends Shani. Having a drink later on, she wonders about how Eva survives since it seems like everything rolls off her back. You see the same setup with her and Nelia, right? She gets the job. She makes friends with the other black girl that's there, okay? Next day, Chantel and Eva, Eva shows her the grease. She's saying it's like a CBD for the soul, basically. And Shani smells the grease, but she don't want to take that shit, okay? And, you know, Eva tried to persuade her to take it, but Shani still refuses and leaves it. She says she don't want it. So later on, Hazel is distressed about losing this girl or whatever, and Diana says, did you initiate the involuntary protocol? Y'all remember when the man said, we're going to do it the easy way or you could do it the hard way? She finna do it the hard way. You understand what I'm trying to say? Eva said no, she freaked out. Shani says it's something that can handle, you know, that can really mess her up at work or get her in trouble at work, and Eva recorded it. Diana says she gonna handle everything herself. Well, Shani come to work the next day and she find out that her desk is packed up and fired, okay? Her bank account is empty and her landlord has kicked her out. Someone tries to abduct her, but she escapes. Elsewhere, or somewhere else, Hazel disagrees with Diana about what she's doing, but she don't like moving around and having to change her name all the time. Hazel is not happy that the other girls don't have to do all the things she have to do, and Diana says it's because they all had a life and she did not have to make up a big lie like she did for her. She doesn't like going around ruining people's lives, and she leaves. Chantel comes home, and after a disagreement with her mother, she goes back to Diana. Diana makes a deal with Hazel to do one final job, and that's what we're watching right now. She says she's going to get to keep the identity that she have, and she get to be free and go into the world. Once she complete this job recruiting Nelia, she will no longer be a conditioner, so she'll be like the other girl. She can just live her life. So next we see that Hazel is arrived at Wagner Books. Sophie takes her to meet with Richard, and at the end of the episode, Hazel asks Richard to tell her all she needs to know about Nelia Rogers. So, we still not getting no information about Kendra Ray, which I think they saving for the last episode. But it's just like, y'all, why are y'all dragging this? Like, it became uninteresting to me after a while. I'm not going to lie. I was just like, okay, thank you for the origin story for Chantal. But what does this have to do with Kendra Ray? How does this tie in? Like, let us know what the tea is, child. We don't know. We're going to go ahead and do episode 10 since we already in that thing, okay? I hope you got you some snacks for this video because you're going to need it. We on the season finale for season 1 of The Other Black Girl. This is episode 10. So we start off this episode with Nelia tied to a chair in a warehouse, and Aunt Hazel comes to her to loosen her restraints. She whispers in her ear, trying to get her to put the grease on her head. But then Diana enters and asks Nelia what she wants. So she says she want to get the hell up out of there, okay? But Diana tells her that, girl, what you really want is to be an editor and you want to change the world, okay? You need to start with the release of the book by Jesse Watson that's scheduled for the next coming week. Damn, he done wrote a book that fast? God damn. Nelia wonders how he was able to write a book that fast, and Diana tells her that Jesse's name will be on it, but the book is a masterpiece created through years of work by brilliant minds in the sisterhood, and Jesse will be their spokesperson. Diana is still trying to get Nelia to use the grease, and she don't want to do it. The girls are restraining her, but Kendra appears before they can forcefully apply the grease, bitch. She intervenes, shocking Diana, and she's able to help Nelia escape. I said, bitch, where done Kendra Ray done dug her ass up out the deep, bitch, and came out to help her. The past disagreements, the past issues with Diana and Kendra about the book of, Burning Hearts being released are explained from an interview in Chelsea's show, from an interview on Chelsea's show in 1988. So Chelsea tells the audience that Richard Wagner took a risk on two black women, which makes Kendra scoff because she said something like they was inexperienced black women. So Diana says that Richard is a great man and tried to explain how great it is to work with the system, also making Kendra flinch to her touch. So they disagree on how Diana is changing the end of the book to satisfy ignorant white folk, and Kendra says she would rather work for the rest of her life than betray her values, and walks out of the interview. So Diana visits Kendra, with some wine after that makeup. Kendra tells her, let me do your hair, girl. And that's when she starts secretly applying the grease to her hair. Grease is kind of painful. And we see several scenes of Kendra struggling with the pain that she's experiencing with her scalp is bleeding. And after everything is gone, done, Kendra decides to pack her apartment up and run away. So she's having the issue. So she's been hiding until, I guess, this last part of the episode when she just automatically knows about whatever the hell is going on and has appeared out of nowhere to come help Nelia save her from the sisterhood. So we saw Malika get hit by a car, but we find out that she's not dead. Only thing they did was hurt her hand, okay? So at the beginning of the episode, she's in the hospital where Nelia finds her, but later she's released and she helps Nelia, finish off this story. After she helps her escape from Diana, Kendra goes to get Nelia to run away, to go to Idaho and leave everything behind, right? This bitch just leave. Like I told you to do on the first episode, quit the damn job. However, Malika disagrees with Kendra's suggestion, saying she ain't gonna never be free if she always running away. He said what you need to do is stop Jesse's book from getting published, okay? Nelia, Owen, and Malika start planning to stop the book release. They almost hit a dead end until Vera comes to the rescue. I said, all right, here come my girl. What they need to do, she tells them, is bury the sensitivity read and leak the book. They need to attack his credibility, but to do that, they need to know what the book is about. So Nelia uses Sophie's badge to get into the office, break into the computer, and download the book. On her way out, Kendra's framed photo falls, breaking into pieces, and as she goes to pick it up, she cuts her hand. Nelia goes to the bathroom to wash her hand, and Hazel appears out of goddamn nowhere, okay? She tells Nelia that her story about coming from nothing and Diana giving her a second chance. She tries to talk to Nelia about not accepting the grease that's on her head, or, that she wants for the things that she wants, and Nelia refuses her, telling her it's going to cost her soul and she don't want to give it up. Nelia is still trying to sell her a bill of goods. You're going to deserve to free your mind from all the distractions and feeling like you're not good enough. And, sacrifices need to be made if she wants to get ahead. And Diana made sacrifices too. And she created a masterpiece like Burning Heart that played a crucial role in Nelia even being who she is today. So to make the difference, you need to play the game, girl. The grease gonna make sure that you can slide through this corporate world and not be worried about what nobody think and not hurt as much. It's gonna be easy. Hazel leaves the grease on the counter for her, and Nelia considers it for a while before taking it and leaving too. Next we see Richard congratulating Jesse. This is like the next day for the book when Nelia arrives. And she is totally looking different, honey. She has the bust down, 24-inch bust down in the middle. Okay, mama looking good. She got her a super fashion Nova, bitch. And she is giving corporate America, boss bitches, okay? She says that Diana and Richard requested that she return to ensure that Jesse's book gets to as many people as possible, honey. As many hands as it can possibly get in. And Richards announces that Nelia is the new senior editor at Wagner Books. Get the fuck out of here. So Nelia tells Diana she's been using the hair product every day and she feels like she has so much control. And Diana tells her that she's going to be taking over Vera's old office and see everything going to start falling into place. Now, when she go into her new office, Hazel follows her in there, but she tries to talk to her and she kind of like brushes her off and tells her that she's too busy, you know, like too busy to talk to her. And this kind of seemed like it hurt Hazel's feelings, but we don't give a damn about Hazel's feelings at the end of the day, okay? So, and they set it up, you know, for a season 2, because now we in. Let's get in there and let's figure out what's going on and let's dismantle this system from the inside once again. So, but I just thought it was kind of anticlimactic. I ain't gonna lie, it was a little anticlimactic. When Jesse goes to leave and gets in his Uber, Malika is in the back seat. Then she tases him, knock his ass out, and Kendra is at the wheel of the car and she drives off. So basically, this series left me with a lot of questions, like, how does Diana get the grease? Like, where was Kendra Ray through all of these years, and how did she find out what was going on enough to be able to intervene at the right, correct moment? The plot is kind of far-fetched for me. I wonder what, if anybody watches this video and happens to have read the book, can you illuminate the differences between the book? Was it more believable? This just seems a little unbelievable how Hazel is just popping up in the bathroom. She's just popping up all these weird places, and how she would just be able to just leave everyone. What about the barber? What about him? What about Shani? What happened? Like, I need to know. I have so many questions. And I don't think they're going to get answered with this episode, with this series. So I thought it was okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give it a 7. Because it wasn't bad, but it just wasn't compelling enough for me. It wasn't enough happening. Yeah, they took too long to build up to the last 2 episodes. I'm going to be honest with y'all. They just took too long. So, although, you know, it was a good watch, it wasn't my favorite show. I'm going to be honest with y'all. It wasn't one of the favorite shows that I've done. It was just okay for me. I don't know. So I want to hear your thoughts. I want to hear what you think. I just got finished watching The Fall of the House of Usher.
Now I'm going to go to the
and it was really good. I enjoyed it. So, yeah, I really liked that show. It was really good. I have a lot of positive things to say about that. It was very, very good, very compelling. If you haven't watched it, go ahead and check it out. So I may make a video about just my thoughts about the whole series, what I thought about the whole thing. So I definitely want to hear your thoughts about the other black girl. I know these videos have been few and far in between, but y'all know I'm out here living life. I'm taking care of kids. I'm doing the best I can with what I got, honey. I'm just trying to make it out here. I ain't even making no coins off these videos, y'all. I'm just making them for y'all because I don't want my channel to die, and I know that I need to feed it sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So thank you for those of you who come and check me out. I see y'all comments. I see y'all liking the video. I see, and I appreciate you guys, okay? Y'all know that I'm a working woman. I'm a single mother. You know, I'm out here doing my thing. I'm working. I'm singing lots of different places and doing lots of different things. Like tomorrow, I have 2 rehearsals. I have a gig and a funeral to sing at tomorrow. And Sunday, I have singing at somebody's church. Monday, I have a rehearsal. Tuesday, I have a rehearsal. Friday, I have a gig. You see how my life is? It's a lot going on, okay? So I appreciate y'all for hanging with me. And we're going to continue to search the internet and scour for good shows. I also watched a show called Gen V. If you watch The Boys on Prime Video, Gen V is another good show to check out but it's wild though. If you watch The Boys, you already know what you're getting into. It's the same type of vibe. Very adult. Do not have no kids nowhere near the goddamn TV because baby, it's too much. You ain't gonna like it. Okay, so I want to hear your thoughts on the other black girl. This is episode 7, 8, 9, and 10. Child, the episodes don't be that long. So we just did them all together and got that thing out the way, okay? So I want y'all to be blessed. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to subscribe. Share my video with all your friends. And I will holler at y'all on the next one. Peace. Science, say bye. Bye. Come on. Say goodbye to the people. You ready?
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Say bye. Say bye.
Bye.
Look right here. Say bye.
Bye.